Hey, welcome back, folks. It's 12:23 on this dreary Tuesday afternoon. Now, warmer start today, but a messier start. Now, don't be fooled by the satellite and radar. We still have some patchy drizzle showing up throughout the valley, and sometimes the radar doesn't pick it up because sometimes that drizzle just sits right underneath the radar beam. Your visibilities have improved from this morning, but they still have a long way to go. 2.5 miles in McAllen, 1.5 miles in Edinburg. Now, the closer to the coast you get, the more likely it is that your visibilities are going to be limited. And with all this cloud cover, well, it's keeping our temperatures fairly cool. 51 in Rio Grande City, 53 in McAllen and Edinburg, 53 in Raymondville and Harlingen, 57 in Port Isabel, and 56 in Brownsville. Now today, that 40% chance of rain, well, that's only a 40% chance of patchy drizzle. We're not going to see anything moderate, not even anything heavy. Tomorrow, patchy drizzle only in the morning, though. After that, we should dry up. And Thursday, well, Thursday's a horse of a different color. We're going to be dry, and we might even see the sun that day, finally. So that cold front that brought these messy conditions and these cooler temperatures to our area has since turned into a warm front. Now, as that warm front moves north and moves back over us, then we should go on a little bit of a warming trend. And this cold front that we mentioned earlier that went through the United States and into the East Coast, well, that has since fizzled out, it's dried out, and that has since turned into a warm front too. So we're not going to get that push of cold air that we were originally forecasting for earlier today and even yesterday. So today, 3 p.m., we should be hitting around 61. It's going to be cloudy, it's going to be drizzly throughout the day, but I want you to look at 9 p.m. Late fog. So the later in the evening you go, the more likely it is that you're going to see some fog and maybe even some dense fog in some places like the coast. So your coastal forecast right now, winds are out of the north at 15 to 20 miles per hour. Your bay water is sitting at a moderate chop. Now again, the closer to the coast you get, the more likely it is that you're going to see some drizzle and some fog. You're sitting at a low rip current risk. Your next tide is a high tide at 4:44 p.m. and the seas are at 2 to 4 feet. So for today, hitting around 62. Now, 62 is a big old question mark, and here's why. If the drizzle breaks up, then yes, we will be hitting 62 and maybe even above 62. But if the drizzle continues, we might not be hitting 62. It's going to be drizzly, cloudy, and cool for the rest of the day. Tonight, hitting around 58. Patchy drizzle continues into tonight, and late fog. The later in the evening you get, the more likely it is that you're going to see some fog. So Valentine's Day looking pretty good. High of 76. We go on a warming trend, but then look at Friday. Cool front comes through, and you see that. Saturday's temperature, high of 76. Sunday seems to be the coldest day at 73, and then we heat right back up on Monday, high of 81. So that's your 7-day forecast, and we will continue tracking that little cool front that's going to come through. And that's your First Warn 5 forecast.